Welcome back to Anfield Vibes, your ultimate home for everything Liverpool, the transfers, the drama, the matchday build-up, and of course, those inside scoops on the players you love. If you're a Red through and through, you already know. Every single game, every injury update, and every little detail about the squad matters. And today, we've got a massive update that you do not want to miss. 4 Liverpool injury concerns, their return dates, and what it all means as we head into that tricky clash against Burnley. Now, before we dive deep, let me set the stage. The international break is nearly over, and honestly, most Liverpool fans will breathe a sigh of relief once we see our boys back on Merseyside. Because, let's be real, international duty is always a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's great to see our players represent their countries. On the other hand, it brings that nervous question every single time. Who's going to come back fit, and who's going to come back limping? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you enjoy the international breaks, or do you dread them like most Reds fans? Let's get into it. 4 players, 4 stories, and some major updates for Arne Slot's Liverpool as Burnley looms. First up, Liverpool's record signing, Alexander Isak. Now, this is a name that already has fans buzzing. He finally made his first appearance of the season, coming off the bench for Sweden in their World Cup qualifying defeat against Kosovo. Yes, Sweden didn't get the result, and yes, Isak only had 18 minutes on the pitch before picking up a yellow card. But the bigger picture here is crystal clear. He's back. And here's the real question. Will he be fit and ready enough to make his Liverpool debut against Burnley? On one hand, he hasn't had much time to gel with his new Reds teammates. Chemistry takes time, and Arne Slot knows the dangers of throwing a player into the deep end too early. On the other hand, imagine the electricity if Isak gets a few minutes at Turf Moor. The fans will go wild. If you're excited to see Isak in a Liverpool shirt, let me know in the comments. Should Slot start him or ease him in from the bench? Next. Up, we've got young Northern Ireland defender Conor Bradley. He faced off against Germany, and yes, he was there when Florian Wirtz pulled off that spectacular goal. But here's the thing about Bradley. This lad doesn't shy away from the fight. He completed the full 90 minutes, even after picking up a facial knock that required treatment. Now that's the type of grit that Liverpool fans adore. Slot won't be too worried about this one because Bradley showed he can take a hit and keep going. With the Burnley match ahead, having players with that fearless mentality is priceless. What do you think? Should Slot reward Bradley with more minutes, especially given how versatile he can be down the flank? Moving on, let's talk about Jeremie Frimpong. Now, this one's been frustrating. He missed Liverpool's last 2 games with a hamstring issue, and instead of traveling with the Netherlands, he stayed back at Liverpool to recover. Here's where it gets interesting. Arne Slot himself admitted the medical staff made the right call by pulling Frimpong early. If they hadn't, he could have been out for even longer. And now, the payoff. Frimpong is expected to be available this weekend. Imagine the energy he could bring. Fresh legs compared to teammates coming off a grueling international schedule. That explosive pace down the wing could be the difference maker. Against a side like Burnley, who love to sit deep and frustrate. Let's be honest. Wouldn't you love to see Frimpong bombing down that right side again? Finally, we've got Ibrahima Konaté. His injury scare against Arsenal had fans sweating, but the Frenchman showed his resilience. Not only did he get called up for France, but he also played the full 90 minutes in their win over Ukraine. And yes, he's set to feature again against Iceland. That's a huge relief for Liverpool. Konaté's presence in the backline is massive. He brings strength, composure, and aerial dominance. If he returns from international duty unscathed, Slot will be over the moon. Because, let's face it, Burnley away isn't just about attacking flair. It's about standing strong at the back and handling those long balls and physical duels. Konate is built for that. So here's the bigger picture. Arne Slot might actually have a near full-strength squad to choose from when Liverpool face Burnley. Isak possibly making his debut, Frimpong back in action, Bradley showing resilience, and Konate fit and firing. That's the kind of news every fan wants after an international break. But here's where I want your opinion. Should Slot risk starting Isak at Turf Moor or save him for a bigger clash? Does Frimpong walk straight back into the XI? Or should Szoboszlai keep his place after shining in his absence? And do you feel confident about Konaté's durability this season, or is that still a worry for you? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be replying to as many as I can. And Reds,